Welcome to this week's Movie Math, giving you an in-depth analysis of the box office for the weekend of September 30th, which was downright apocalyptic. Not only were none of the 4 new releases able to topple The Lion King, they couldn't even break double digits. In the end, it was a dolphin who took down the lion, The Simpsons called it, as Dolphin Tale swam to the #1 spot with $13.9 million in its second week. Since the film boasts no real stars, that means 3D saved the day, and family movies triumphed once again, which could be a very good sign for this weekend's Real Steel. In second place was Moneyball, which fell 38% from its opening weekend. Sure, this means the movie's still alive out there, but it would have meant a lot more if it had captured that #1 spot. And in third place was The Lion King 3D. Its 2-week #1 streak ended by a 50% drop. That's the signal that Disney will soon be pulling the movie from theaters, especially since it's now out on Blu-ray. So if you're planning on seeing it in theaters, do it now. Then, starting with #4, we finally find some of those new releases. But lo and behold, it's Courageous. This Christian faith movie from the makers of Fireproof actually opened a little bit stronger than that film, once again showing that grassroots campaigns are becoming more effective than the slick ones turned out by Hollywood. And while such a weak frame certainly helped Courageous make a name for itself, a win is still a win. Then, ironically, debuting at #5 was 50/50 with just $8.6 million. That is the lowest opening for a Seth Rogen movie ever. Was it the cancer or Joseph Gordon-Levitt? Levitt's box office numbers are pretty dismal, making him one of those actors with a supposed cult following that never actually shows up for any of his movies. But then again, maybe Christopher Nolan can finally make JGL a mainstream star in the upcoming Dark Knight Rises, as he did with Heath Ledger. But it will still be too late for Rogen, whose next movie co-stars Barbra Streisand. Maybe these career choices are supposed to be funny? As for the rest of the box office, Dreamhouse's debut was a nightmare as it opened in 6th place with just $8.1 million. If The Girl with the Dragon Tattoo doesn't score with audiences, Craig could lose his license to act. Then in 7th place was Abduction, where Taylor Lautner slid down the shiny box office by almost 50% for a not-so-abtastic 2-week total of $19 million. But the real humiliation was saved for Anna Faris, whose latest comedy opened at #8 with just $5.4 million. That's the kind of gross a movie should be getting in its first day, not entire weekend. Believe it or not, though, this is actually an improvement on her last film, Take Me Home Tonight, so at least she's got that going for her. And this was another body blow for Chris Evans, whose other indie film Puncture is also out right now, playing in 4 very empty theaters. #9 was Killer Elite, and #10 was Contagion, while The Help finally dropped out of the top 10 after whipping up $159 million. This weekend, only 2 movies hit theaters, Real Steel and The Ides of March, which might bode well for them, as with less choices, the less the box office dollars will be split. Real Steel is expected to open with around $25 million, while The Ides of March is polling at around 10. And that's the weekend's box office roundup. I'm Grace Randolph, and we just did some movie math. As always, thanks for watching, and I hope you'll go beyond the trailer for these other top movies.